A lot of people tend to ask, what is the best way to actually design a CV? Hi, my name is Shruti. Welcome back to my channel, Inner Habit. Whenever you design a CV, it must be applicable to the job that you're applying for. That would be the first basic principle. A number of people make the mistake of actually creating a CV, but then that CV is not job specific, which means that when you actually apply for a job, it's irrelevant to that job. So let's look at the best way to make your CV stand out from the rest. The first step to any CV is to ensure you keep it clean and professional. By that, I mean use fonts that are currently readily available. Along with that, ensure that you can read these fonts. 3 fonts that are widely used and are easily readable are sans serif, Arial, and Helvetica. I've noticed a number of people who use decorative fonts for their name. Do not do that. Use that one standard font, sans serif, Helvetica, or Arial, throughout your whole CV. The first step is to organize your CV according to sections. I have created 4 sections for my CV. The first one is professional summary. The next one is current employment. The third one, previous employment. And the last one is education. Within professional summary, I have 4 areas that I focus on. They are management skills, relationship building skills, my project management experience, and also data analysis and reporting. Within my current employment section, I talk about my employment, where I'm currently employed, and what my skills are within that employment. This is where I look at the detail. The detail involves exactly what I do in that role. My previous employment caters for all my previous employments. Some of them have a lot more detail. You probably want more detail around the last 2 previous employments that you did, and not have that much detail for anything before that. This also depends on the length of employment at each of these previous places. If you've been previously employed for a period of 3-4 years in one job and another 3-4 years in a second job, you definitely do not need more detail around the specifics of a job beyond that. Then we have education. The education must always be left for last. Yes, we spend so much money, yet the emphasis on education is actually very low. Under education section, you probably want to look at the most relevant certificates that you've obtained recently, relevant to your job. And if you studied a bachelor's or a master's degree or a postgraduate, you could be a doctor, then do mention this in this education section. In your education section, cover the skills and interests that you have. This also plays a key part. Highlight your achievements. One of my greatest achievements was to win an award out of about 5,000 employees. I have mentioned that as a high achievement. Make sure you keep your CV simple as possible. Now, if you remember, I said that a lot of people create CVs and they don't tailor it to a specific job. Always remember to tailor your CV to a specific job. The key thing that you really want to watch out in your CV are grammatical errors. Studies suggest that 5 to 15% of CVs have typo errors. Whilst there may be minor errors, these tend to create a negative impression. Don't forget to add your technical skills in your CV. With today's recruitment systems, you can actually look up certain things that can actually make CVs more referable. As an example, you might be using a system, a project management tool. If you do not highlight this tool, any recruiter searching for that tool will miss your CV, even though you may have had 10 years of experience with that tool. My recommendation would be to ensure that all the tools that you use are highlighted within your CV. I do it particularly around the current jobs and the previous jobs, and the reason for that is the more current your tools and experience looks or is, the more likely you will be called for an interview. Plus, it shows that it's job specific. So the tools that you've used are job specific. Thanks for watching.